Hey guys, welcome to the Electric Avenue video channel, Record Store Day Black Friday edition. Hope everyone's doing well out there. This is my third attempt at this video because first time the thing cut my video up in pieces. I wasn't happy about that. It was too long. The second time I just got interrupted by UPS. So third time's a charm. I need someone to edit these for me. I didn't think a year and a half ago that I would still be doing this, and here we are, 54 videos. So I'm gonna get to the Record Store Day stuff fast. It's actually, there's more than I expected. I think the initial sort of reaction from people was that, oh, this Record Store Day is not going to be as great as the last ones because we don't have new Beatles, Stones, Bowie, Prince, Elton John, Tom Petty. Like, they were all absent, which is kind of weird because usually we have something like that. However, there's still a lot of stuff, and some of it's really good. So I think they've sort of at least tried to do what they can. And a lot of those other artists had other releases out this year, so maybe they just didn't want to compete against themselves. I don't really know. Also, I think the Foo Fighters 7-inch was delayed. It was a late announcement, and they couldn't get them made in time, so... Anyway, before I get into all that, I just want to quickly name check something that I kind of name checked a little bit recently, and that's this album, Adele's 30. Now, when I see stuff like this come down the pike, I think I get a little skeptical and think, oh, there's a lot of hype around this. Is it really going to be that good? It seems like a lot of... You know what? I was blown away by this album. It's by far her best artistic statement so far. You know, it is like a story. I'm glad Spotify, agreed to kind of making it a continuous play because you don't really want to end on a sad note. It's more like the moment of redemption at the end is sort of special. But yeah, it's a lot about her divorce. I mean, that's sort of like, I kind of figured it was going to be a lot of that. Fortunately, it doesn't wallow on that. It's more about sort of finding her way through relationship problems and being sort of like somebody who's in the public eye and trying to be a real person. And a lot about her kid and relating these things to her kid. I mean, he didn't ask to be in this broken home situation. So how do you deal with that as a parent and whatever? I think it's very relatable. And her vocals are just incredible. Sometimes I feel like she's almost pushing it where she's going to blow out her vocal cords again. But it's such an outpouring of emotion that I just can't deny it. It's interesting, the audio clips that she recorded into her phone that were sort of speaking or whether with her child or to herself. And, it's haunting, very haunting. And I think sort of like after the pandemic we've been through and are still going through, it's very moving hearing somebody pour out their heart like that. So go listen to it, buy it if you must. I mean, if you want to. I was completely blown away, obviously, and it might make a good gift for somebody who even has a passing interest in her. I'll just say that. All right, Record Store Day stuff. I think the first thing I'm going to bring up here is the new Jason Isbell, Georgia Blue. So this is an original or new release album from him, covers of Georgia artists. It was sort of put out there that he wanted to get people to vote in the last Georgia election. And he said if it happened, then he would sort of do an album of Georgian covers. And so taking the politics aside, I think it looks like a really great album. I mean, he does a couple of REM songs, Night Swimming and Driver 8. He does Allman Brothers in Memory of Elizabeth Reed, a 12-minute version of that. Midnight Train to Georgia, Man's World. People who guest star on it, Bella Fleck and Chris Teal, Amanda Shires. There's Kid Fears features Julian Baker and Brandy Carlisle, which was probably going to be amazing. And then John Paul White's on a couple of tracks. So anyway, I think the CD comes out the same day too, but this is on blue vinyl, translucent, so nice package. you might want to grab that. Another thing I'm thinking is going to be pretty big. Don't know how much of this I can show. Is Miles Davis Live Evil, one of his classic records. This has been out before on vinyl, but this is again opaque teal vinyl edition. It's up there with Bitches Brew as far as like Miles' output. It's from the same period, sort of jazz fusion stuff. I mean, it's Miles. Okay. Let's see. Another sort of what I would consider legend would be Charlie Parker's Bird in L.A. This is put out by Verve. It's 4 record set, sort of a nice box set for Record Store Day, Black Friday. There's not a lot of these that I have. I have a few. But, it starts with stuff from 1945 and ends with stuff from 1952. So it's really early classic jazz and not been released before, apparently. Historic album brings together previously unknown and unissued recordings, along with rarities captured during 3 of the 5 California trips he made during his short life. So, very interesting. Okay. Going a little more towards the hip-hop here. There's Madlib called Jackson Conte. This is a collaboration with Azimuth. Mamau. I'm not sure how to say that. But it looks like it's mostly in Portuguese. But Madlib is a great hip-hop jazz producer. And that may be of interest to those fans of that kind of thing. I think the award for Best Record Store Day cover probably has to go to Thundercat for this fantastic golden age of the apocalypse. And you can see sort of the hologram there in the center. Right? Pretty cool. This is a 10th anniversary edition, so early album for him. He's kind of a hip-hop bass player. You probably have heard his work on a lot of people's records and didn't even know it. So, yeah. Come on. Jimi Hendrix Experience, Paris 67. This looks amazing. Live concert from October 67 features Stone Free, Hey Joe, Wind Cries Mary, Purple Haze, Wild Thing, and like 3 or 4 more tracks. Not break the bank expensive, so it looks like something that, you might enjoy. Lana Del Rey, Chemtrails Over the Country Club. I prefer this album artwork to the one that was originally released earlier this year. It's a little more ethereal. It's got the same back photo, though, but and it's on exclusive transparent blue vinyl, so it's a limited edition. Lana fans, you had 2 records this year. You got Embarrassment of Riches, Canned Heat with Memphis Slim, blues. Gonna want that, I think, if you're into blues. That looks pretty impressive. Yeah, this was actually, I'm trying to remember when this was released originally. Has it been out before? It says collector's edition. Yeah, it's volume 7. Okay, Janice Joplin, Big Brother and the Holding Company, live at Monterey Pop Festival, 1967. Yeah, so some live Janice. If you're, again, hip-hop, this is one of the best hip-hop albums of the last 20 years. I think it came out, this is the 20th anniversary, hard to believe. Maxwell's Now. This was the album that featured his cover of Kate Bush's This Woman's Work, which was incredible, and this is on root beer brown vinyl. You might want to pick that up also very reasonably. I think this Record Store Day was pretty much one of the best as far as like nothing is super expensive. There's always a couple of things that are a little high, but John Legend, once again, here's another great sort of Philly soul record. This was his sophomore release, featured Save Room in Heaven. This is the 15th anniversary gold edition. John is super talented, and I don't really need to give him an introduction, I don't think. Let's see, another great soul classic, Sam Cooke and the Soulsters. This is early stuff from 1955, some live stuff and some demos and some unreleased things, or some early stuff. His first intimate pop and R&B recordings. This is a 10-inch, by the way. It's a 3 10-inch set. Pretty cool. If you're a Sam Cooke fan, don't pass it up, because I'm telling you, you won't see it again after Black Friday. Rarely. Another great thing I'm looking forward to, Staple Singers, the 25th of December. I've never heard this album before, but I love soul gospel at Christmas, and the Staple Singers are fantastic. So looking forward to it. From 1962. This has been reissued on 180 gram vinyl. It says all analog mastering from the original tapes. Okay, hey, Life Aquatic with Steve Zesu soundtrack. This was actually delayed from the last Record Store Day. This is a Wes Anderson classic film with Bill Murray. Features music from Sue George doing a lot of David Bowie covers, including Rebel Rebel, 5 Years, and Life on Mars. I think that's going to be highly sought after. U2's Gloria. Some people are like, oh, I don't know. Hey, the cover art is amazing, for one thing. It's a gatefold. And it features 4 versions of Gloria from each different decade, 4 different decades. So, let's see. It's large poster in there as well. So, yeah. Early U2. Let's see. Weird Al and Osaka Pop Star doing Beat on the Brat. This was actually a 3-inch record, I think, last Record Store Day. It has more stuff on this, I think. But, alright. Americana Railroad. This looks pretty cool. It's all train songs. This actually features artists John Fogerty, Dave Alvin, and Peter Case, plus a bunch more, produced by Carla Olson. I think train songs are sort of having a renaissance, and I have at least a couple customers that work on the railroad that might be interested in that, but looks cool. Stray Cats, live at Rockpolast. This has been out on CD, but I've never seen it on vinyl. It's a 3-record set, great show. This is sort of the era when they were sort of really breaking through. It's got Stray Cat Strut, Sexy and 17, Rock This Town. So grab it. Motorhead, live, Lost Tapes. This is from 1995 in Spain. So Motorhead are pretty consistent with doing Record Store Day, so it's kind of nice to see that. Picture discs. Record Store Day, you're going to have picture discs, right? Iron Maiden, it's the debut picture disc. You got Dio, Holy Diver, and Last in Line. Yeah, cool picture discs. They won't be around for too long. Let's see. Blues, Bobby Rush. This is sort of a 4-track EP. It features Chicken Heads, but different versions of it. Him by himself, one with Buddy Guy, one with Government Mule, and one with Kingfish Ingram. So that's pretty cool. Blackberry Smoke doing all Rolling Stones covers. Let's see. Recorded in one take. Let's see. 7 classics, including Sway, All Down the Line, Tumbling Dice, I Got the Blues, Street Fighting Man, a couple other songs. The Munsters. Boy, there's a fascination with Munsters and Record Store Day. This is a limited blue vinyl edition, At Home with the Munsters. Well, at least it's not a Christmas album, right? The Mescaleros, Joe Strummer. I don't know where to put my face here. This is Johnny Appleseed on pink vinyl, 12-inch from his Global Go-Go album. Dire Straits Encore. This is a live EP. This is on pink vinyl with a lithograph. Again, I think that was supposed to be a previous Record Store Day. Fleetwood Mac. Live alternate. This was again I think this was in the recent box set that they put out of their live album from 1980, but it was on CD, so now you can get the vinyl version of it, which is cool. Oh, Todd Rundgren's The Healing. Well, limited to 5,000, clear vinyl, bonus translucent blue 7-inch of Time Heals. 40th anniversary. Todd was just what do they call it? Inaugurated into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Inducted. That's the word I was looking for. He's a very quirky man. He really didn't want to be part of that. Upper Darby's own. So congratulations, Todd. Whether you like it or not, you are in there. He's got 2 wives living in a house with him in Hawaii, I believe. So eccentric guy, but talented. I got to give him credit. He doesn't need my credit. Little Feet. Oh, this is going to be so sought after. This is great. And if I could only say Electric Lycanthrope, I practiced that. So anyway, this is a live record from 1974. I think this is going to be really sought after for people because a lot of people are sort of like, I've heard Waiting for Columbus so much. Is there other live Little Feet? So Dixie Chicken, Sailing Shoes, Oh Atlanta. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. That is also featured on CD, I believe. Chris Isaak, Beyond the Sun. And this is Sun Records stuff. He's doing I Walk the Line, That Lucky Old Sun, Can't Help Falling in Love. I love Chris Isaak. He's great. Saw him live, puts on a great show. Wow, Aerosmith. The Road Starts Here. 1971 live stuff. Very early, and you'd think, oh, very early, I'm not going to know these songs. Think again. Dream On, Mama Kin, Walking the Dog. I mean, they were doing stuff pretty early, so that's very cool. Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears picture disc. Well, there's a regular edition of this out, but it's much more expensive. I think this is really cool for collectors. I remember when this came out, this is going to date me, but when I started working in a store, Ozzy fans were like all about that, and it was a really good record. I think it's one of his best, so you might want to pick it up if you're a collector. I've almost forgot to mention that Aerosmith came on cassette as well. There's also J.D. McPherson's Socks on cassette, if that's your bag for Christmas. It's kind of nice, little red tape. Don't have a lot of those, but and then also I mentioned, I think when I was doing unboxing, Billie Eilish, No Time to Die. These are like alternate versions of her song for the James Bond movie. Okay, moving right along. This is going to take forever if I don't. Oscar Peterson. This is 1987 live. It does have a Salute to Bach, a Duke Ellington medley, Waltz for Debbie, When You Wish Upon a Star, but it also features Joe Pass on guitar, and there's a lot of Joe Pass fans out there. Another jazz thing, Art Pepper. These are tapes from the artist's house called Promise Kept. There's 4 records in here. It's a pretty big set. It's kind of along the lines of the Charlie Parker. Neither one of them is over $100, though. I don't think there's a single item on Black Friday Record Store Day that's over $100, which is pretty amazing considering that we've just had, a Billy Joel box set that was pushing $300 on vinyl. There's a David Bowie box set coming out that's like $400 on vinyl. So I guess that's where those things went. So, all right. Let's see. The Shangri-Las. This is a collection of their greatest hits, basically the best of Redbird and Mercury recordings. 2 LPs, clear with black swirl, tailpipe exhaust, limited to 4,000. I mean, if you don't know the Shangri-Las, you better check them out because they're like girl group legends. Remember Walking in the Sand, Leader of the Pack, Give Him a Great Big Kiss. Great stuff, great stuff. Let's see, best of early Judas Priest. This has like Rockarola and stuff like that. This actually has a side of interviews too with Rob Halford early on. KK Downing is on here. Anyway, it's very cool the way it's sort of embossed too. I don't know if that shows up on camera very well, but let's see, Screamin' Jay Hawkins, My Little Shop of Horrors, and this features I Put a Spell on You. Of course it does. But you know, great blues classics. Oh, this is gonna be amazing. Carole King live in concert, 1971, BBC. She does I Feel the Earth Move, Natural Woman, It's Too Late, Smackwater Jack, Up on the Roof, and Will You Love Me Tomorrow. A couple other songs. Very reasonable price. Cool that they did that. Leonard Cohen, Songs of Love and Hate. This is a white vinyl edition. Yeah, 50th anniversary. Includes a 12 by 12 booklet. Has Famous Blue Raincoat. This record is another one from my I remember from my early days in that rock store, Saigon Kick. This album was really popular at the time. Features Love Is on the Way, Reptilian green marble vinyl, 2,500 copies. Not very many. I'm really skipping around here. Mobb Deep mixtape, Free Agents, Volume 1. If you're into hip hop, Mobb Deep, one of the best rap artists groups of the 90s. Big Mama Thornton, Sassy Mama. More blues stuff. This is 1977 live concert, so it's actually probably going to sound better than if it was like a really early show. She does Hound Dog and Ball and Chain on that, among other things. Another sort of rock record of that same Saigon Kick, Ozzy era, Mr. Big. This was also delayed from previous record store days. This is Lean Into It, which I think, as far as I remember, was their biggest album. You see the hair metal is apparent, but it had To Be With You. I'm the one who wants to be with you. I mean, big hit, sort of up there with like what was Extreme's song that was so More Than Words. It was kind of like one of those type of songs. You couldn't get away from it at the time, but it's a pretty good album. So Ray Charles. Let's see. This is Live in Stockholm '72 with the Raylettes on gold vinyl. He does What I Say. I never say that. Can't Stop Loving You, Marie, I've Got a Woman. Songs you'd want to hear. I love this record. Katie Lang, All You Can Eat, 1995. This is on orange and yellow vinyl. This is sort of after she had the big breakthrough with Ingenue, and this is more like If I Were You, Sexuality, Get Some. I Want It All is a great song, produced by Ben Mink, who did Ingenue with her too. So it's just a more pop record. It's kind of like what Taylor Swift has done, although Katie sort of went the other direction. And she was a little more country. They were both country. Katie went pop. I guess Taylor's gone pop, but then gone back. Well, Katie sort of went back too. This is a topic for another video. I think it could get really long. The only difference really was that Katie was a lesbian. So, I mean, that's sort of like, was a little tougher, I think, for her in her career. But, hey, that was a big thing in the 90s too. So, whatever. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass right now. Okay. Crowbot. I got to stop before I get into trouble. Crowbot, Rat Child. This is, their Pennsylvania band, Pottsville, someone told me. Metal. This is on green vinyl, etching, Rat Child. Let's see, another delay from previous record store day. John Carpenter, Ghosts of Mars soundtrack. This actually features Steve Vai, Elliot Easton, Buckethead, Robin Fink, Scott Ian. A lot of big names on that. So, well, Hall & Oates, the Philly tapes. Now, this is pretty cool because it's stuff from the 60s. So it's really early, not stuff a lot of people have heard. I don't know why they use this photo on the cover because it's very 80s. It's sort of like, oh, that's the recognizable Hall & Oates. When really this is the cover they should be using, which is what they looked like, more like in the late 60s, early 70s. So, but I guess they didn't want to put that picture on the cover. They thought it was not as photogenic. I don't know. King's X, another great sort of prog rock-ish metal pop. I don't know. They're sort of like they straddle a lot of different genres. But this was another one that was supposed to come out last record store day. Please Come Home, Mr. Bulbous. So that will be out. Evanescence, their second record. This one was, I'm sorry, third record, self-titled, features What You Want, My Heart Is Broken, Purple Smoke vinyl. The Wrens, Secaucus, sort of an indie rock classic. This is on cherry red vinyl, first time as a 2 LP, their sophomore record. And then things sort of started to fall apart for them, I guess, afterwards. Well, I don't know. They never really broke through. Wailing Souls, if you're into reggae, I think this is a pretty cool version. It's got a bonus 12-inch in it. Let's see, Nancy Wilson, You and Me, Nancy of Heart, doing a solo record. She and Ann are sort of on again, off again terms, it seems, as far as their personal lives have gone. Broken Social Scene, Canadian band. This is individually numbered. I think this is 701. Album from 2003. Broken Social Scene are really great. They're underrated, and I think that this might have, I can't remember, it's been a while since I heard this record. I think Feist is on here. She was with them early on and has been in and out, sort of a collective. Dusty Springfield, greatest hits from Atlantic Records. Obviously starts with Son of a Preacher Man. This is on 2 LP ruby red vinyl. Original mono singles, limited to 3,000. Looks amazing. And then finally in this video, I think, Jorma Kaukonen, his Christmas album. I think you know Jorma from Jefferson Airplane. Maybe 2,500 of each. One of them is on marble green vinyl, and the other one is the candy cane edition. Alright, so if you want some decent Christmas music from a legend, he does Silent Night, What Child Is This? Then he'll do things like Downhill Sleigh Ride and Holiday Marmalade. So, or is it Marmalade? Is it Holiday Lady Marmalade? No. Alright. I think that's everything I have to show. There's a ton more. There's probably like another 50 to 60 to 70 things I haven't shown you here. But otherwise, the video just goes on and on and on. I want to keep this under half an hour, and I have done so. Hopefully that didn't wear you out the way it wore me out. You could kind of hear my voice starting to crack there a little bit. It's time for some water. The heater's on. It's cold out there. It's supposed to have a really nice Thanksgiving Day around here. We won't be open that day, but we will be open Black Friday Record Store Day, 8 o'clock a.m. So be in line. These things, once they're gone for us. Then the following day, Saturday, I think it's at 8 a.m. also, 24 hours, we're able to start selling online. So those will be on the Discogs page for us. Okay, that's everything, and thank you guys very much. And hope you enjoyed this little peek into Record Store Day, Black Friday Record Store Day. Hope you enjoyed my little Adele promotion there. Really, it is a fantastic record, and I probably will end up in my top 10 of the year as far as like one of the most quality records I heard of the year. And the hype is real, okay? So thanks. Have a great weekend. See you Friday, or maybe not if you're traveling. Be safe. And remember to be safe, and make sure you wear your mask if you're not vaccinated. So, all right, I'm not going to go down that path. Have a great day. Peace.